What's up, guys? You know who it is. Kearney and MMA. Super late over here. I had to get this out. I just been grinding around tape. I've been grinding out these tape, man, and just trying to put these videos together. But I just have these this life and also these hiccups. But I feel pretty good about this card. Let's just cut out the bull crap. Let's make it a simple card right now. I'm mumbling right now. I'm tired. I was like not gonna make this video. Let's just get into it. Now, there's two things I want to say before I get into the nitty gritty of this vid. Two things, okay? Now, one, let's address the elephant in the room. Now, Sean Woodson, man, there's been some comments on YouTube, not so nice to the guy, calling him Mike Wazowski from Monsters Inc. But I gotta say that they could have been they missed the shot, man. They could have been a little more creative. I said this a long time ago. I never posted it. I don't want to be a jerk. I'll put it that way. But no, he looks like a character from Monsters Inc. But it's not Mike Wazowski. It's the henchman of the bad guy in that movie, and I had to Google that, and apparently it's fungus, which makes it even worse. But yeah, he looks like that guy. You know, the guy who got what is it? He got like the suction, like what is that? A vacuum cleaner just hooked up to his mouth. It's like it's wheezing and stuff like that. Yeah, the paleness and everything is there. Just had to get out of the way. All right, that's what he looks like. This image is on there. All right. Number two, second thing I want to get away, and this has a little more weight behind it, or rather, this is a substantial thing to say. Where the previous statement was just something that we're all thinking is an elephant in the room. Had to get it out of my chest. Enough mumbling. Youssef Zalal, I am a fan of this guy, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. I have been pretty successful about betting against and also, of course, with this guy. Betting on him. I remember he was fighting Griffin. I remember he was a underdog, and I kept looking at tape. I was like, no, he's gonna. I was like, nah, dude, this is a good matchup. He can win it. I bet on him in that. Got that plus money. And I knew when he was getting Elia Tapuria, I knew to fade him. I'm like, everyone's finally getting the train. Like, oh, you know what, Youssef Zalal, he's legit. Oh, now, yeah, because he after he beat Griffin and had some wins. Like, oh, okay, let's bet on him now. Bet on him now. I'm sorry, it's late, guys. I was about to go to sleep. Bear with me. But then I said no. I looked at the table. I was like, no. This is no Elia Tapuria. I mean, for many reasons, right? He's got the grappling and the stand up, just as Zalal does. But he actually has the power. He has the ability to hurt you. He has the danger factor, which Zalal does lack, and so I faded him. Now, going to this one, guys, I'm gonna break into a little bit. Let's talk about the good things, the bad things of both. So, talk about the stats. Check it out. Sean Woodson, he got, of course, that previous loss submission by Julian Rosa. Huge underdog in that card, right? It's like what, plus 400 or something like that. Man, insanity. I mean, we all knew. Okay, we thought, we'll put him in there, put Woodson in there. I remember that. I put Woodson in a little parlay. He should get it done. He's a lock, right? Of course, burns it. Rosa just like tough, man. He had that dog in him, which I liked Rosa, but I was like, man, I thought the sniping would be there. But I'll get into that a little more. I'm gonna tell you why he won and why and what to think about it and as far as this matchup. How does people talking about Youssef Zalal like, oh, okay, well, look, he just got subbed. Hey, Zalal's got the better ground game. He'll just fucking sub him. It's not black and white, guys. You can't just be like, it's like that. What have you done for me lately? That's how a lot of MMA fans think about these fighters. This guy. So Sean Woodson, man, 28 years old, 145 pounds, 6'2". I think it's like 6'2", 6'2.5". 78-inch reach. My God, significant strikes per minute, 5.52. Nicely done. Of course, no wins by sub and no takedowns per round, really. This is Zalal coming off that loss, decision to Sung Woo Choi, and that was another one too. We're going back into that. I remember. A lot of people are like, Youssef Zalal should get it done. He's got the ground game. Choi, he's not the best on the ground. He's got good striking, but should be able to do it. Nope. I mean, look at that. And there's a lot of reasons as to why. Let me look at the frame. Look at this type. Look at the size of them. It's completely different. Zalal has that issue. He's not a big 145er. He has a good frame for the division. He's not short or anything. Look, he's like, 24 years old, young. He's 5'10". It's good. 72-inch reach. It's not. These stats are not bad at all. Significant strikes per minute, 1.56. Very different. Takedowns per round, 2.4. There you go. Nice. But the thing is, obviously, looking in hindsight, of course, right? Hindsight's 2020. Of course, you're going to lose to Choi, right? Choi is has a bigger frame, stronger. Zalal is not so strong at this division. He was even talking about, apparently, he's like, oh, maybe he could go down to 135. I don't know sure if he could make that weight cut, but I don't think he could drain himself, but there's a reason why these guys are winning like that. He's lacking that power. If you look at the main thing, you got to go back and watch tape, guys. You got to see how they fight. You can't just be like, oh, he's got to, look at that. takedowns per round, 2.4. Oh, just take Woodson down. Look at how he gets takedowns. Look what he does. So Sean Woodson, nicknamed the striker. He's got good boxing floor. He's got body kicks, head kicks from distance, but that's when he's feeling comfortable. If the takedown threat is not there, at least from what I've seen, I was kind of like, it's not like he's always landing these nice head kicks. Like, I think people think he throws his knees a lot. It's a weapon for sure, especially against a wrestler, but I do think, and even James Krause will ask for it. Like, if you look back on that Rosa loss, James Krause was like asking for it, like, him not to throw kicks because you're going to get taken down. He's happy with his boxing mostly, right? Working on his ground game though, because like the whole story is like he was a boxer, but then he would get taken down, submitted by these much smaller guys. So he was wondering, I want to become a good fighter. I don't want to get shown up by these little dudes that can wrestle me or have a ground game. So admirable. Obviously, he got the MMA bug, I guess you want to call it. But like I said, his bread and butter is boxing, and a lot of times, it depends. Some people just don't make those they don't really fill in those holes enough in their game, right? But he does escape from sub attempts, but on the ground. But still questionable, right? The ground game, it's still questionable. Zalal, on the other hand, like the things that negative about him, and I like Zalal. I think as a fighter, I like what he brings to the table, but he doesn't really use combos, and his output is kind of lacking. If you look at that, 1.56 strikes per minute. It's a reason. Look how he fights. He's using movement. He's small. And he wants to, it's funny because his nickname's Moroccan Devil, which is really cool. When he's near the cage, he's kind of like this little jittery dance side to side, like, oh, I'm the devil. Like, I don't know. Okay, maybe I'm going crazy here, but it just looks to me, it's funny. Like, he's kind of taunting them. He's using it to kind of play mind games. Use that movement to evade, so you don't know what he's going to do. He's going to attack you. He's just going to move out of the way. It's just funny to me. I'm sorry. It just looks like a little cartoon devil. Just, hey, where am I going to go? All right, enough of that bull. So the thing is, though, this smaller cage, right? I think it's going to prevent him from using that movement that he really needs. And Zalal could use single legs and trips, right? That's how he gets him to the cage, right? He's not like an aggressive wrestler that's going to throw you like Topuria did against him. He's not like that. And even watching that, like Julian Erosa, he was able to slam. He's using his physical strength, his might to get Woodson down. And Erosa's like a similar frame at least. He's like 6'1" or something, and physically kind of strong guy. Very different, very aggressive. The whole game plan is completely different than Youssef Zalal. Like, go watch that Julian Rosa fight with Woodson, and then go watch any of Youssef Zalal's fights. Completely different style. So Woodson could back Zalal up, I think, by peppering with the jab, and just boxing in general, just like keep him away. It's such a long reach, man. 78 inches, 72. He's got, and of course spam. I think Zalal will spam the takedowns though. He's good at about mixing in level changes and stuff, at least to try and clinch up. He wants to get it, but Woodson's got, and of course Woodson, I think he does have issues against the fence. Like, he's not like the, he does become, I guess, for lack of a better word, complacent. At least from when I was watching tables, kind of like, come on, get off there. You get frustrated watching it, but Zalal doesn't always get those takedowns. He's not a physically strong guy. He's not very powerful in the division, and I think the frame of Woodson will help him on the feet. You've seen it. Like, he does defend at least a lot of those early takedowns. And then so, when you're not getting takedowns, it's it messes your confidence. Also, it could mess with the gas tank. Zal's got a good gas tank. He has a lot of movement, and he has a lot of clinch or takedown attempts. But that does sap on your cardio, so he does slow down. At least from what I saw, he always kind of slowly slows down a little bit. But it's not really an issue with his gas tank. It's more about his game plan. It's about the way he fights that kind of trains him. But I think Woodson's got James Krause in his corner, which is always good. And I think people like Choi and Topuria, the strong guys with good skills, so of course they beat Zalal, right? It's kind of like it doesn't really surprise me so much that happened. But I think as far as Woodson and Rosa, look at that. Woodson was a huge betting favorite, right? Like I said, and he's like using that boxing pressure and all that. But it's like Rosa it was happy to eat a shot to give one of his own. That first round was all, Woodson all day. We thought, okay, we'll keep it up. But Erosa thought, no, it's really good. Just pressure, that constant pressure, and that's what you need to be able to fight. You can't let someone like Woodson use that range and be slick on you and moving around, all comfortable in that first round. You've got to be able to pressure. And, Erosa's, I think the main thing was like, he's eating shots, and even the second round, the second round really turned it over. Really turned up the heat, and which is really great. Most of the time that you're gonna feel that pressure from Woodson. You'd be like, all right, Rosa had some leg kicks, but it's like, oh, he's boxing me up. Oh, he's slick. He's not movement. I'm losing here. He's obviously out pointing me. And it's hard to get a takedown when you got the guy long, rangy jabs to your face, right? It's just, you have to shoot takedowns from far away. Not good. It's hard to set it up. But, I mean, looking at that, man, just Erosa just was like, a dog. He just had a chin on him, man. He'd keep going. He'd eat a shot to land his own and pressure against the cage. That's what you got to do. Get Woodson against the cage and pressure him. Woodson even drops him. Man, Woodson even dropped Erosa, but then Erosa invites. It's a crazy exchange. Erosa invites him to the ground, into his guard. Like, come on, man. He says, come on. He actually says it. It's like mental warfare, also just complete pressure. Really helped him. And then, Woodson does land some ground and pound, but Erosa goes for his heel hook. It was really cool. And then so he's like, I don't want to do this. Woodson stands up. Then, the more trading, more pressure from Erosa, though. And which allows him to get that slamming takedown. He goes for a takedown, kind of gets denied, but then he's like, nope. He keeps up with it and slams him to the ground. And he sinks in that choke, man. He gets a Darce choke. It's really sweet. It's really tight. And he actually moves his legs across to make sure that Woodson can't escape. Really nice. And chopped him out. Youssef Zalal is not going to do that. So I think people are like, oh, no, Youssef Zalal is going to sub him. So, look, I'm going to be honest with you guys. That's I like Zalal. I want to go for him, but after watching tape and think about it, stylistically, I think this matchup is just, you can't, I think Youssef Zalal, as far as being well-rounded, yeah, of course he is. Woodson's got those going holes in his game from the ground. In order to beat him, though, you got to have that pressure. You got to have that pressure, the wrestling style. Youssef Zalal, he's more like he wants to use movement. His success he has, like he'll do like nice little switch knees he likes to do. And he'll kind of land a little shot. Not a lot of power in his punches, but do some like inside leg kicks too. The thing is, because you never know what he's going to do. It's not a lot of output though. He's always kind of moving around, dancing around. Oh, get out of the way, hands down. And then he'll just kind of, randomly throw a knee up at you. And sometimes he'll kind of fake like he's going to take you down. But then he'll land a shot. Just kind of frustrating you, right? And then eventually, he wants to kind of, body lock with you and trip you to the ground. Just kind of outwork you, just kind of get outpoint you. Okay, he's kind of frustrating you. He lands a nice little shot, something to freak you out. You know what's gonna happen. Trips you. You're going for some attempts, and he's got the good game like he'll defend. Like even Topuria couldn't take him out. Like he just found ways to escape. So I like it. He's got skills, man, but it's just he doesn't have that strength and that output and that pressure to really, I think, cause these problems for Woodson. Look, Zalal could get it done, sure. But what are you gonna do? You're gonna be dancing around, eating shots. That range, It's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna be a stationary guy that's just like plodding forward and slow. Woodson, like I'm saying, he's not like some kind of crazy. He's like I get that long, skinny. He doesn't have all that pop in his shots, but it doesn't take a lot. Like those slick, accurate shots, can really frustrate you, can kind of hurt you. It prevents you from getting your game going. And Zalal, he doesn't have that pressure. So like I said, I don't want to repeat myself too many times, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think this going distance, like they always go by distance, right? Sean Woodson mostly goes to decision. Youssef Zalal mostly goes to decision. I think some people are saying like Zalal, you can get like a nice little prop bet going on him, like maybe like by submission, but man, I don't see it. It could happen. He's definitely better on the ground than Woodson, but like I said, Woodson that frame. It's going to be hard to take him to the ground. And I think even his frame will help him, to be honest with you, on the ground as well. Kind of those long limbs came out, I think, and just Zalal, like I said, he's got skills. I just think he's lacking the physicality for this. Woodson, like look at that. Obviously he's not the strongest guy himself, but he's got that frame. And I'll be honest with you, I think this, like, you could do a little prop bet, maybe fight goes to the distance, right? That's one. Another one, I think, maybe if you want to put a straight bet, maybe just Woodson money line or Woodson by decision is okay. You, there's look. The more we talk about this, it's gonna be like it's just about what you're seeing. I'm not gonna try to dissuade you, but look. After watching tape, Woodson. You want him. He burned. Last. Look at what happened. He's a huge favorite. Look what happened to him, right? But I just feel like Zalal just doesn't have that. I think a safe one would, like I said, goes to decision. If you want to get Zalal, I would say maybe get Zalal by decision or sprinkle a little bit on Woodson by decision. These are, like I said, I can't. You got to go with who you're going to go with. I think it's close enough to where, look, Zalal has the ground advantage. Woodson's got the striking advantage. He's got the output, accuracy, the range, right? So I think I got to go with Woodson on this as my pick, guys. I want to go for Zalal, but you got to kind of fade him on this, and maybe he gets done. That's cool. If he wins, that's great. But I feel like go to the distance. Of course, like the over, 1.5 rounds, things like that. It should be easy too. That should be like a lock. You can put that in a little parlay. But let me know what you guys think, man. I mean, I've been back and forth in this, I'm talking to different people, but I see what I see. Go back and watch tape yourself, guys. Go check it out. See how they actually fight, okay? And make your own decisions. But yeah, I would say prop bet, be safe. And yeah, look at that long-winded freaking video again. But anyway, peace. Like, sub, comment what you guys think about this. And yeah, take care, guys.